Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brian Vaughn, the host of the WSE Lounge, and I am standing here right now with Special Wrestler Parker Lee. Parker, how are you?
Oh, good, man. It's hot. I'm sweaty. But overall, good. I came away with the win, So
That's awesome. And, I want to know if you ever trained with Ishida or any of the Japanese guys, Vicky, any of those guys. You look up to any of those guys with the inspiration or what?
I've watched a lot of those guys. I haven't trained with them. I've trained with, Cody Rhodes, who did a little tour in Japan. I trained with Steve Marshall, who had a little run with New Japan here, in the last couple of years. Numbers aren't there right now. I'm a big fan of Kota Ibushi. The first time I ever saw him, I'm really more of a wrestling American fan, an American wrestling fan. Not that I've never watched Japanese wrestling before, but I really got exposed to it more when Kota Ibushi came over and wrestled in the Cruiserweight Classic. And I was like, whoa, what is this? This guy's different than anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely a big fan of his work. And then, of course, around the same time as that Cruiserweight Classic happened, they started, the WWE started signing guys like AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. And then, and I found out, they did the stuff over there too. So, I've done a fair amount of research on Japanese wrestling, but it's mostly the guys that I've been familiarized with. Obviously, I know guys like Okada. Sorry, I'm a little windy. But what's that? Oh, of course. And I actually got to wrestle for New Japan Strong.
Wow.
That was a very cool experience. Kind of a quicker match than I would have liked, but I was up against some incredible talent.
So was that here in America?
So New Japan Strong is primarily in America. That was in Charlotte, North Carolina, at New Japan Strong Tyler.
Yeah, I'm sure that you're a big fan of each and every line of Red Union.
Oh, of course, that's my era of wrestling. I look a little older than I am, but the 90s cruiserweights is really if there's a spot in wrestling history that I really romanticize, it would be 95 and 2000 cruiserweight stuff. That's what I like.
And can you tell everybody about the team you have on the show?
So it is the state of Oregon. It's not a piece of toast like some people have guessed. It's also not Pennsylvania, which I get very commonly. But they're very similar shapes, so I get it. But this is where I'm originally from. This is where I first started training with another Japanese talent, Dr. Luther. He's Canadian, but he did stuff with FMW.
That Dr. Luther, the wild man in the AEW here.
That's right, yeah. So then it goes that fun. Yeah, so I learned a lot of stuff from him. It was actually I had one trainer. I learned to bump and do hip tosses and arm drags, and body slams, and your basic stuff. And then when I started training with Dr. Luther, that's where things really started to pick up for me. And then Luther let me know about the school here in. At the time, it was in Norcross, Georgia, but now in McDonough, Georgia, which is where I live now. Because I just want to live close to the school.
Yeah.
Luther clued me in on hey, there's this really good school. And then I've come to find out later it's Cody Rhodes' school, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. And a lot of my coaching, probably the majority of it has been QC Marshall, and he's better than I think anybody ever even realized. The guy's amazing.
He's great.
He's just a wealth of knowledge. So that's the story of how I got here.
Wow. Yeah, and actually, I'll tell you something. My best friend, Harold Radar Martin. I don't know if you know if he's wrestling Henderson.
Okay, I may have met him.
He actually did a stint with QT Marshall before QT going to AEW.
Oh, really? Well, what?
He was in the turbo and he pushed Radar Martin. And then after that, we had a little bit of an interruption there, folks. Interview. But anyway, QT Marshall pushed Radar Martin and pushed him back in the turbo. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty neat. That's cool, man.
But anyway, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, man.
Appreciate it.